Hi, everyone. So I'm here today. I'm Sheri, by the way, and I'm here today to give you some preparations and some advice about finding balance on your hands. Okay. So first of all, I'll invite you to just look at your hands and say, if I was going to balance on you, where on here would I want my balance point to be? And for me, I like to concentrate right here at the base of the index and middle finger, okay, as my balance point. Okay, so in both hands. All right. So then I'll invite you to come down onto your hands and knees, okay, and place the hands on the floor with that awareness of really rooting down through the base of the index and second finger. Okay. And then if you like, you could lift the wrist up so you can really feel the base of those two fingers root down. And as you're doing that, see if you can feel the shoulder blades on the back. Okay. And a little broadening across the collarbones. Okay. So that's going to provide the support in the shoulder structure. Okay. And then take a little circle around on the hands and just notice how the weight articulates down from the torso through the shoulders, through the arms, through the hands. All right. Now let that go. Maybe give a little circle of the wrists. Okay. Then I'll give you some progression of a few little things that's going to help with shifting the weight from the legs to the hands. Okay. So the first one, you set the hands down, shoulder distance apart. And there's a little space between the fingers, but it's not crazy spread wide. Okay. Just about like a finger's distance or so between each one. Okay. And then just come down into a little squat. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to shift the weight, pressing the hands down into the earth and straightening the legs a little bit so the weight is going from the legs into the arms. Inhale, you come back into the legs. And as you exhale, it's just a slow pouring the weight into the hands, starting to straighten the legs and shift the weight into the arms. So it's all the weight's not in the arms, obviously, but it's that start. So inhale, squat, exhale, really press, lift through the belly, press the hands down. Okay. And in handstands, it's like little by little, a little becomes a lot. Okay. So you want to do that, you know, repetition of about 10 times a day. Okay, just so you start to learn how to get the weight into the hands, just a little something. Okay, second one, once that becomes easy, very similar, okay, except that you inhale and squat, and this time you press the hands into the weight into the hands so much so that the feet start to get light. Inhale's the squat, exhale, press, 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 press. And then the feet come up and they just tap the back of the wrist. Okay. So that's the second one. Again, little by little, little becomes a lot. Okay. Take a little circle of the wrists. All right. And then once that becomes easy, you can start to add a little hop. Okay. So setup's the same. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Awareness rooting down to the base of the index finger. It's a little squat on the breath in. Okay, and it's just a press down through the hands, lift through the belly. And it won't happen right away, probably, but you might find that little hover time where you're just floating and you're like, oh, gosh, I'm balancing on my hands. Even though you're in the tuck, it's still a handstand, you're still balancing. It's the start. Okay, and now once you start getting up and you're balancing on your hands, you probably want to know, ooh, what happens if I kick too much? What happens, you need to know you're out. Okay, so for me, my favorite out is to just cartwheel. Okay, so if I kick up or if I hop up and I go too far, okay, just pick one hand up, cartwheel, bring the hands down. Okay, it's important to keep the arms straight because when you bend your arms when you're upside down, your head hits the ground relatively quickly. Okay. There's a couple other ways to come out, but for me, my favorite is just the cartwheel. Just lift one hand, bring the feet to the earth. Okay. So we got okay. Next little option, if you don't like the tuck up one, okay, you can do that as like a standing split as well. One leg kicking, or one leg reaching skyward, and the hands pressing into the earth. Okay. So I set the hands on the floor, shoulder distance, root down to that index knuckle. Okay. And feel a little engagement of the legs, and then come into that little yogi curtsy. Okay. And as you inhale, we're reaching the leg up towards the sky. Okay. And exhale, curl in. Okay. You can add the little hops. And you might even find a little time of balance. Right. So that's the standing split one. Obviously, you want to do it with both legs, so you can do your handstand with either leg. Okay. A couple other little options. Okay. One is to start with feet right on the wall, knees on the floor, hands shoulder distance apart again. Okay. And you just lift the hips up like a down dog on the wall, and then walk the feet up to the height of the shoulders. In this one, you can really feel the support of the arms without having to find balance in the legs. Okay. And then if you like, you can reach one leg towards the sky, and then switch and reach the other leg towards the sky. So you're feeling the balance of the handstand with the support of the wall. Okay. So that's the one where you start with your back towards the wall. And then once you start playing with finding balance in the center of the room, there's another little drill where we start facing the wall, so our backs to the wall for the handstand, but you want to start about a leg's distance away. Okay. And in this one, you start to play with the legs wide. Okay. And then just using the muscles in the arms and the shoulders to pull that foot that's at the wall away. Okay. So I'm very subtle, playing with the muscles in my hands and my shoulder to find that balance. Okay. So that one's just one leg distance away from the wall. Yeah. So handstands are fun. Don't be afraid to do them in the center of the room. Just got to learn your out, learn your cartwheel. Have fun with them. They're super fun.